And then we could put the word out, and the folks who are right around there could come, and if we could video record interviews of people who have memories from their childhood, we could document that. I mean, I've even wanted to get actual affidavits.
I got one, and I got
document that, eyewitness accounts while those people are still around, because they're not going to be here.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
You know, people that remember it when the grass was still on and all that. All right, we have minutes here from the previous membership meeting, which unfortunately was 2 years ago in August. I'm not going to read through these. If anybody wants to look at them, Kim had sent them out, and the main thing that we decided, we discussed a lot of stuff, but the main thing that was decided is that we would revise the master plan. We adopted the master plan, but we wanted to revise it, to divide it into short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals, and then kind of put target dates on that. We have since done that. If anybody wants to look at the master plan, I have that, or I can email it to anybody who wants it.
Have y'all thought about putting them on the group page as Word documents and files, and also if anybody wants to look at them that's not here?
I think part of the problem with the Yahoo group right now is we're running out of space. It only will let us do so much, and we aren't in the process of trying to determine what to do as far as a web page.
We want to set up an actual website so that, because I've encountered a number of people who it's a real obstacle for them to join Yahoo and then join the group, you know, people who are technically challenged. And I count myself among those people. But I've talked to a web designer, and that is a friend of mine, and she's not available right away, but she can do it, you know, if we don't get somebody else before November or December. There will be an expense involved, so the executive board will have to.
The biggest thing is, I'm getting some prices on server space to see if we can come up with something to where we don't go through Roots Web, because there's been issues of people selling that before, what it would cost for server space, and I'll be able to get, because I've still got some bids to come in.
All right.
To have something, and then if we can get the server space, I can do the web page.
Okay.
Just, you know, need some assistance with the
content.
Right. I can put anything out there that y'all want to say in any kind of picture, in any shape, form, or fashion. You know, so that we wouldn't have, if we don't get them to do the web space, we've got an option, and hopefully it'll be fairly reasonable.
Okay.
All right. Some of the people with the Georgia genealogy do web pages for a living, and they have suggested several things, and like I said, I'm still waiting for some of the prices to come back, and we can go from there to help out as an option. I think we should make it a priority to get a more accessible web presence, because that's going to help us more if we can get the word out and draw more people in. Another thing we're working on is securing our IRS tax-exempt status, our 501c3 status. We don't have that yet, although we are incorporated as nonprofit. I will accept a motion from the floor to adopt the minutes from the last meeting. Motion, I guess. Kim, motion. Do I have a second? Second.
Second.
Thank you.
Is there any discussion? All right. All in favor? Opposed?
Did we need to read that? You want to read them? No? Okay.
You were there, don't you remember?
We can read parts of it.
No!
Yeah, there's nothing in there that didn't happen. I can vouch for it. All right, we do have a treasurer's report that actually I put together, because I'm the one that opened the checking account. We have an account at Wachovia now. We have a balance of $220. We have not gotten checks yet. We had discussed getting the package with the big ledger checks and deposit slips and the stamp and all that. It's $150. And I had reconsidered that because I had recently worked with a theater group that has an account, and they just use a little regular checkbook. And for the size that we are right now, we don't really need all that other stuff. The board approved doing that, you know, if we wanted to. But I'm thinking we'll just get, you know, the little cheapy checks for now. We have temporary checks, but I haven't ordered the official ones. I don't know how they're going to put Clapp's Factory Cemetery Preservation. She couldn't even fit the whole name on the paperwork. And that reminds me, I have the form that we need to add you and Cynthia to the account. So don't let me forget to give you that before we leave here. But the treasurer's report simply states we had no new or renewing members for the period of September 10th to October 7th. We have had new members this year, but not during that period. There was a donation of $56 so that we would have a full $200 to open the account. And we have $340 worth of stale checks that I'm not sure how we're going to recover the funds at this point. I've contacted most of the people, and they're still, the accounts are still open and they're willing to donate, but there are problems when you present the check. You know, if it's that old, a lot of the banks will not do it. And because they're local banks here, I haven't tried to pursue most of them. The one I took, I had two for Bank of America, and I didn't have any luck with them. But I had thought I would try just depositing them and let them go through. And I think, you know, the ones we verified, they should go through, but I haven't tried that yet. That being the case, so our total assets right now in the bank are $220. So we have no funds specifically earmarked for the formal archaeological survey fund yet, and we have no funds specifically for our perpetual care fund for the cemetery. So unless anybody has any questions, yes.
You collected $17 yesterday.
Yeah, that will go on our next report, because we'll do it according to when it
But
gets
even,
deposited. But that's,
I think that was awesome that,
Yeah.
that we had people who come out and to help us and to donate money too.
yeah, you can't beat that. So, all right, well, I will entertain a motion to adopt the treasurer's report.
Motion on the floor.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion